Because if I don't want to do laundry, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because that stuff takes time, and I feel like my time is valuable. My time is too valuable to be folded all day. I'm Shawty Christina, and this is my life on a hill. Tonight was really slow, and honestly, I'm not even complaining. My brother came over and took the two older kids on a sleepover at his house with their cousins, and that was, or is, my first time actually being away from my kids for the night. And it was weird because it kind of reminded me when I just had one child and how slow and quiet the nights used to be. I kind of missed that, you know. I don't miss the chaotic and the screaming for bedtime routines, but I was happy for it. I just spent the night just cleaning up and getting to bed early so I can have a full night's rest. That was a great session. I love to do yoga first thing in the morning because it definitely puts me in a positive state of mind. It just prepares me for the morning and for the day, so I can get myself right, because I am not a morning person. I've never been a morning person. I've always, I like to get up on my own time. But, you know, when you're a mom, you're forced to get up first thing in the morning before everyone else. You're the first one to wake up and the last to go to bed, which can definitely be, it can definitely be a big burden, because that's a big responsibility to basically uphold the whole household first thing in the morning and make sure everyone is set and ready to go or to just go about their day. So it's I feel like it's important for me to always be in a positive state of mind, or in just a loving, nurturing state of mind, opposed to just getting up with a bad attitude, because that energy does transfer. It does transfer. Not only that, when I'm in a better mood and the kids get up in a bad mood, then I can regulate my emotions better when they get up with tons of emotions and anger. But if I can regulate my emotions, they can regulate their emotions. All right, so now I'm like really off to, now I have to go get their stuff prepared for today. I'll see you guys later. My biggest issue here is getting everybody out the house on time, and to get everyone to listen to me when I say get ready so we can go to school. I am actually in a rush this morning. As per, I have to get Ollie to school, and then when I get back I have to tidy up the house because the cleaning service is coming. I normally tidy up the house the night before, but if I'm too tired, I'll just do it the morning of, and that just basically entails me taking off the linens off the bed, cleaning up the clothes that's all over the floor, and tidy up the kids' room, wash the dishes. I really hate doing it because I'm like, what is the point of having a cleaning service when I have to clean? But they are a really big help to me, so I can have a clean house and focus on taking care of the children and taking care of my needs. I had to get myself together real quick. We are first headed to the dentist for the kiddos to get their 6 months clean. And then I have to head to Ulta because honestly, this weather has been really cracking my skin up all the way, and I have been neglecting myself and not moisturizing enough, and I feel like my hands are starting to crack. It is surprisingly nice 68 degrees. Which is absolutely amazing, and I just feel a little better that spring is now arriving and that we can actually get out more and go, not even shopping, but just go on our little nature walks that we normally go to that helps me bring me back down to not deal with my seasonal depression. Okay, thank you. Y'all walking? Oh, thank you. Come. A few products they said though. It's just a shea butter. So they have the small ones too. It was here last time. That was a complete waste of time. And I hate that. And my issue is that I live in an area that's not really diverse. For me to get something, I have to actually leave my neighborhood to shop the things that I need, like shea butter. I do have an Ulta in my neighborhood. My issue is that they don't really have POC products because of the demographic of my town. And that's totally fine. I will come out of town, but every time I come out of town, my issue is sometimes I'll check online and to see if they have it. And sometimes they do say it's in stock, but when I get there, it's the total opposite. Now I have to actually order them online and wait probably another week just to get my Hannah Beauty. Hi, Bubba. Good job. Yes, you want water? Good day. Oh my gosh. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. If you're new here, my name is Sade Christina, and this is my life. And this is my life on a hill. Please excuse, my children are sick again. So if you do hear some coughing in the back, I already gave them some medication. There's nothing else I can do at this point. I don't have any coffee fever today. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. However, I had to get myself a drink. I mentioned this very briefly on my Instagram stories that I am on a weight gain plan. Now, I don't think I'm like ridiculously underweight. I just think I need a little bit more boost in keeping up my calories because being a stay-at-home mom, or a mom period, I feel like we neglect ourselves. We put everyone else first. In return, for me at least, what I do is I put everyone else first before me, and when I feel hungry, I don't eat. I just snack. The snacking is not giving me any type of calories, nutrients, or helping me in any way. It's just crashing me out, as well as eating my body up. So here I am drinking a weight gainer. I had breakfast already, so I'm supposed to drink this with breakfast and have another one with dinner. You can have one with lunch, but I think I'll be pushing it. The only thing I cannot stand about being on a weight gain plan is that you have to eat more than you normally eat. So there are times that I'm just like gorging myself, and I don't like that. Or it's just I'm not used to eating that amount of food. So what happens is I just get so turned off. I'm already turned off by food, by the way. I'm turned off because I cook literally every single day. I cook breakfast most of the times, and most of the times I don't cook lunch, but if I don't have any left over from dinner, then I have to cook lunch as well, and then I have to cook dinner. And then I am those overworking moms, and I do it to myself. I can't blame nobody else but myself, is that my kids are the type of kids that do not want to eat what I'm eating. And sometimes I'm making 3 different meals a night. Then my husband is on a strict meal plan. So what happens is I make so many different meals throughout the day that I feel like I get turned off by food, that I just don't want to eat it. I'm just so used to making it all the time that I just don't know to be bothered. But I'm changing that. I'm gonna focus on more consuming more calories and getting myself back at a healthy weight. Like I said, I think I'm okay because I am normally a very petite girl. But some days I'm like, you know, a little weight is okay, Sade. You know, you don't have to stay the same size for the rest of your life. But, you know, in reality, that might be the case for me because I just have a really, really fast metabolism, and it's really hard for me to keep up with it most of the times. So That's why I don't have the coffee today. I just have some weight gainer. I'm wearing something airy and clean today. I have this really cute top from H&M, which kind of reminds me, it makes me feel like a princess, really. Like I just got out of bed, like I'm a monarch, and I'm waiting for my servants to come put my corset on and do my hair. Top is from H&M. This pants here as well is from H&M. It's giving a little spring vibe. I'm just trying to, you know, enchant the spring gods to come in early this year because I am over this winter. It's just killing me. Speaking of winter, I'm recording this next day. But yesterday I had to go to Ulta because that is where I usually get my Henna Beauty. I wish I had it today to show you guys, but they didn't have any more. That's the whole point. But Henna Beauty is the only brand of shea butter that works for me and my children when it comes to dry skin. I feel like a lot of this lotions they have nowadays is like water based, so it doesn't even moisturize your skin. You just basically taking a dry shower. That's how I feel when you put on freaking watery lotion. But I went into the Ulta yesterday hoping that they would have some in stock. The inconvenient thing is that I have to go out of town to buy my products, my POC products, my, you know, black owned products. I live in a town where the demographic is not really here, which is totally fine, but it's inconvenient when I have to leave town to go buy something, and when I get there, the shelves are empty. And sometimes I feel like the associates really don't give a freaking damn about what stock or what no stock. And I get it, you know, when you're working in the store, you're there all day. You don't want to be bothered with customers. I worked in retail, so I completely understand. So I try not to give them a hard time. But it's definitely very frustrating when you get there for that specific reasons. I left the house, drove away from my house. Okay, I drove out of town just to get here. You guys don't have any, but whatever. It is what it is. I did get to order it online from the actual Henna Beauty website because I'm not messing with Ulta no more. I'm just sick and tired of the empty stockage. But the associates are nice. They did offer to do shipping and stuff like that. At that point, I was completely turned off because I go there all the time and they're never stocked. But the only good thing is that the kids had a dentist appointment for their 6-month cleaning. So I was already in the area, so it wasn't really that completely inconvenient or upset about it. But I was very happy to get out though, and it was so nice yesterday. It was like 65 degrees. And it just felt so good being out because my seasonal depression gets the best of me. It's not as heavy, but it's more of a fluctuation of my hormones, okay? Being in the house all the time and not being able to really to go out and just feel the sun and hear the birds chirp and just, you know, being amongst nature. And that's like the only thing that really helps me stay grounded during the spring and summer. And when the winter comes, though it is a season of rest, it's really hard to sit still and not think about your next move, you know? But speaking of seasonal depression, there were some things that helped me got through it this year that I'm just so thankful of, because I don't know, last year, the year before, I didn't really have these things, or I just really didn't take the time to actually know myself and help myself get over whatever it is that I'm feeling. I just kind of just ignored my feelings and just went, you know, head first into being a mom and a wife, which is horrible. So I just wanted to share a few things that I did to help me combat my seasonal depression. In return, next year, maybe if you find yourself suffering from a little bit of blues, that, you know, you can take some of these ideas and apply them to your daily routine, so that way the winter can just fly on by and you can move on to the season of growth and regrowth, actually, which is spring. The first thing I did to help me get over or to combat my seasonal depression is talk to friends. Now, I'm introverted, okay? Kendrick Lamar lines, the song Reincarnated, when he said, I don't know how to make friends, I'm a lonely soul. I recollect this isolation, I was 4 years old. I've been alone all my life. I was raised with my brothers and I was always alone all the time. But I cannot explain to you how important it is to have, even if it's a small group of friends, to just vibe and talk to a friend that completely understands what you're going through. And I know sometimes it's hard because, at least for me, and my friends now are like scattered up all around the country and the world, so it's really hard for me to make friends at my big adult age. And two, because I just, I don't get out much and I don't trust a lot of people. And I hate to say it, but that's just what it is. Unless I really get to know you, we vibe well, and I'm sure that's with everyone else. But also, internet friends. If you can't find friends, around your neighborhood or nearby, there's online communities and meetups where you can meet up with friends that have the same similarities, stay-at-home moms. And I also want to say there's nothing wrong with having internet friends, okay? I'm a millennial, okay? I got tons. I have internet friends that I've had that I still am friends with. We still, embarrassed to say, we still haven't met, but we still keep in contact, and or on social media or through special apps where we just converse and talk and catch up. Even I have friends that we've grown so close on the internet that we have each other's numbers, and we just send a voicemail to just check up on each other and, fill each other in on what's going on in the world and what's going on in their life. It feels good sometimes when you get to talk to somebody about the same things that you're going through and they quite understand everything you're saying, opposed to just being home talking to children all day. Second is very important. At least for me it is to find a creative outlet. Something you love to do, something you're passionate about, that every time you do it, you just get this, I can't even explain, this euphoric feeling. But if you like to be crafty or you like to create things, or like me, I love photography, I love cinematography, and most times when I do create something or that I have in my head and it comes out, I just feel so happy and just so fulfilled after putting it together and editing it out and finally seeing the finished product or the finished video, whatever it is. It's rewarding. So find something that you love to do. I used to love to knit. I remember when I was in college, I used to make jewelry. Oh my gosh, I used to sell them. I still have them, by the way. That was something that brought me so much joy. And I think that is the whole purpose of the winter season, when you feel stagnant, is that just find something to do that brings you joy. Joy is important. Next is find a hobby or something you love to do, like exercising. I took up yoga about 2 years ago, and yoga and meditation. Let me tell you, I don't know what my life would be if I didn't have it. Truly. It has changed my life so much spiritually that I sometimes cannot allow myself to be in a sad state too long, because once I get into my yoga meditation, like everything just lifted, like my whole life has a purpose again, and I just want to keep doing it. So not only that, it helps your mood. It just puts you in a better state of mind, opposed to just sitting down on a couch all day and going through Netflix. There's nothing really to look forward to. I need to look forward to something besides movies. I need to look forward to self-renewing or self-love, showing myself love. And showing myself love is taking care of myself, is doing my yoga, is doing meditation. That goes to my next, which is having a spiritual connection with the higher source. Whoever you serve, I don't know, whatever God you serve, turn to him. How I connect with God is through meditation. But of course, there are other ways. There's prayer, which is a form of meditation. There's church. Be still. Be still, because right now we are in the winter season, which is a season of
rest. So there's nothing wrong with absolutely doing nothing. I think sometimes, you know, when the winter comes and there's nothing going on, there's this feeling of being like just stagnant, doing nothing. It just makes me feel anxious, like, wow, where's my life going? But in, you know, truth, it's the season of rest. Everyone's resting. Everything's resting. Nature is resting. The trees are resting. The flowers are resting. You know, there's certain animals that are in hibernation because there's literally nothing going on. Go sit down somewhere. So no, connect with the higher source at that time, and I'm sure he will lead you the way and guide you exactly where you need to go during the next season. Also reading books, spiritual books. Oh God, I just finished reading a few months ago, Many Lives, Many Masters. I'll leave it here. Many Lives, Many Masters by Brian Weiss, which is an incredible book in relation to science and spirituality and reincarnation. But if you're not into that type of spiritual books, that's totally fine. Find a Christian book or a book within your religion that you think that would help you go forward and help you guide you through whatever it is that you're going through. I finished Many Lives, Many Masters. I felt amazing and just enlightened after I finished reading that book. I mean, I wanted to tell everybody, but I knew everybody did not really believe in, you know, science or reincarnation, and that's totally fine. But it definitely opened my eyes to a lot of things. I felt so much better. Then I just started reading. I really didn't finish. Like, I need to finish because I have a way of, when I get towards the end of a book, because I'm literally at the end of the book, I stop as if I don't want it to finish. You know, I'm not ready to let go of the characters and the people of the book because I've invested in their life so much for so long that I just feel like when the book is finished, it's like a closed chapter, like they're no longer in my life. But I'm reading right now is Tuesdays with Maury. I've been reading it for like 3 months, and it should have been done by now. It should have been done within a month. But you know, motherhood gets in the way, other things gets pushed into the forefront. But I'll surely finish this book before, most likely try and finish it this week, so I can move on to another book, which I don't really know exactly yet, but I'm going to read. But reading helps. It gets you through the day and it gets you through the weeks, especially if it's a book that is extremely uplifting and has a bunch of lessons of life. I love life lessons books. Oh my gosh. It just opens my mind on the purpose of, you know, life period. You know, we're all here on this life journey together, and we're all trying to figure it out together. And sometimes in these books they have the answers, and you just need to crack the book open and figure out the answers there, and not try to figure out yourself, because you're just going to drive yourself crazy trying to figure that crap out. You know, so grab a book so you can go into the next season very optimistic on your next life journey, or season journey rather. So like the last is very optional. Clean your house. I know we talk about spring cleaning, but there should be a winter, like midwinter cleaning, because seasonal depression overall feeds on clutter, junk, garbage, and just unnecessary objects around the house. Get rid of them. Clean your house. Start fresh, right? Get rid of the toys. If the toys are not being used, throw it out. And it's two different things. There's a dirty house and there's a messy house. My house is messy because we have kids. There's clothes all over the place. There's toys all over the place. There's food scattered about. There's diapers, used diapers stuffed in the corner somewhere. It's just always something. So when you have a cleaning service, which they don't really do those things, they really just do the dusting, the vacuum, the cleaning of the bathrooms, the cleaning of the kitchens, and the mopping of the floors, which is all I need. You do those stuff, I could do the rest. And that helped me lighten the load and not have to look forward to something that I just don't want to do all the time. And that way I can focus on myself more, and I can focus on my family even more now that that task is basically given to someone else. So I highly recommend us moms to hire a cleaning service for you. Forget about everybody else. Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. I refuse. Yes, I am a wife. Yes, I am a mom. But there has to be a time where I get to do what I want to do. Because if I don't want to do laundry, I'm not doing it. I ain't gonna sit there all day. I'm not doing it because that stuff takes time, and I feel like my time is valuable. My time is too valuable to be folded all day. But I'll do it when I want to, when I'm ready to do it. It's optional, but I highly recommend getting a cleaning service for yourself to help you get through the hard times. So you can focus on yourself. I can feel like my seasonal depression slowly dissipating into this cloud. All right, let's get over that stuff. I'm tired of being serious. Okay, so I wanted to briefly go over my favorites of this month of March. Last time I was here, I told you guys that I was going through this horrible hormonal acne. I kind of kept this. I didn't really keep it a secret, but I wasn't too vocal about it because I was embarrassed, even though it's very common, very, very common to deal with. But I didn't know what was going on with me. So I have been suffering, okay, because it's been a suffering from hormonal acne since my second son. I didn't quite know what it was then because I just knew I just kept getting breakouts after breakouts. Prior to that, I wasn't really breaking out like that. I wasn't getting any hormonal acne. I'll probably get little pimples here and there, but it wasn't as bad. I tried everything. I tried buying products, expensive products. I've tried a different type of brands to help me combat the acne because it would always flare on one side of my face. And with my hormonal acne, it will start off as a blackhead first. And that blackhead will stay on my face for like 2 months. And then all of a sudden it will just ripe and get really huge. And then the part that will kill me the most is the hyperpigmentation, is the dark spots. I have to admit, the dark spots made me so insecure. I just didn't want to show my face. I would wear a lot of concealer, and sometimes the concealer wouldn't really cover up the dark spots because it's concealer. I don't wear foundation. I'm not used to wearing makeup. I rarely wear makeup. And if I do, it's just concealer, blush, and some lip gloss, honey, and mascara, and I'm on my way. I even bought foundation. I was like, why am I buying foundation? I never use foundation only because I just don't have time to apply makeup. I got stuff to do. Nothing would work until I started, do my little research, and TikTok always come through with the informations, and I seen a creator, I don't remember her name, forgive me, but she had mentioned that she uses hypochlorous acid. I hope I'm saying it correctly. And I hope you can see it really clear. Can you? Yes. So I just bought this one off Amazon before everybody started boycotting, so don't come for me, because this is really, it's done now. I bought this off Amazon, and honestly, it did help. It did help control it. I wouldn't say it helped like get rid of it completely, but it was able to slow things down. What this acid does, it basically kills the bacteria that's on top of your skin throughout the day. So what I'll do is I'll use this as a toner, but then I'll also take a separate bottle that I put in my purse if I have somewhere to go, or even if I'm home, and I'll just spray my face, just to kill any type of extra bacteria that is going to cause that hormonal acne to flare up or come up, because no, honey, we're going to kill you before you arrive. The next thing I use, I wish I brought it here with me, I left it in the kitchen, but I'll just leave a picture of it here. I did get it off Amazon too, okay? Before the boycott. It is spearmint tea. Now, it's so funny that there are a lot of things on this earth that does aid us from literally everything. But we tend to depend on the medical field to rectify whatever problems that we have. And that's totally fine, But sometimes with me, I like to search for the holistic stuff first before I go start putting on the chemical stuff first. I'm not against the chemicals now, don't get me wrong. But I'm gonna go and see what I can do internally to help my body get rid of whatever it is I'm trying to get rid of or try to control. So I bought spearmint tea, and I guess the point of spearmint tea is to balance out the hormone levels you may have that is causing the hormonal acne. And you're supposed to have like 1 to 2 cups a day. I believe that worked. I truly believe that worked. And I mean, sometimes I wouldn't get to drink 2 cups a day, but I think that kind of like helped me start the process of, not getting more flare-ups. Because I still went to the dermatologist. I was like, listen, we're going to go to the dermatologist because I want to make sure that whatever I'm dealing with, I want to nail that sucker down in the goddamn coffin, okay? Because I don't want to see it. This is the moneymaker, okay? I don't want to see it anymore. So I still went to my dermatologist appointment because I wanted to make sure whatever I'm using is okay. And not only that, I still wanted her to prescribe me something just in case whatever I'm using decides to stop working and it flares back up again. So she did prescribe me adapalene and benzoyl peroxide gel, which is 0.1 and 2.5%. It's a topical. You just only put it on the affected area. My insurance didn't cover it. I'm only laughing because I'm like, how do you not cover a topical, a cream, whatever? My pharmacist called me and was like, you can't cover it because it's not covered by your insurance. And I just asked her, well, how much is it? Because they were about to hang up the phone, like, we can't give it to you, goodbye. I'm like, well, hold on, wait. I'm desperate now. I'm willing to pay you. It was like $30. I was like, please, I said, I'm coming for it right now, okay? Why? I don't care who can't pay for it. I'll pay for it. That's how desperate I was. And once I put that on, I did notice a big shrinkage and change in my pimples. I don't have no pimples right now as we speak. Thank you, Lord, thank you. I'm definitely keeping this, and I'm gonna refill. I'm definitely gonna do a refill just to have it in my drawers, just in case, I go through any type of flare-ups again. But I will tell you the only thing, or the main thing I really do hate about hormonal acne is the hyperpigmentation. It's the worst feeling, because I remember I went to Sephora. Oh my God. And as soon as I walked in, I just talking to the girl. That was the day I went to buy the foundation and the concealer because I was just too self-conscious of it. I was like, I'm gonna go buy some foundation and make it worse. Make my acne worse. And I walked in and she was like, what are you doing for your dark spots? And I was like, I don't know. I started solid crying right there, like, no. But anyway, well, the girl as an associate, I feel like at Sephora are way more helpful than Ulta, honey. I'm sorry, Ulta. Yeah, I gotta get it together. She took me straight to Quarterly, okay? Now, Quarterly, I've heard of Quarterly before, or I've walked past it, but I just never really paid it no mind because I'm always looking for affordable options. Like we all are looking for affordable options. And then she recommended getting the Vino Perfect serum, Vino Perfect Brightening Dark Spot Serum. This is absolutely amazing. It is $82. It is a bit expensive. But listen, here's the trick. Because I feel like people, when they buy something, they use it too much. I only focus on the spots that need help. I literally take it out because this bottle here will last you about 6 months, honey. And that's how long you need it to last. I would just open the bottle, take a little dip, put it on my finger, and just apply it to my dark spot. That's it. I see people put it all over your face. Why are you putting it all over your face? You're just wasting it. No. A little bit on your finger, a little dot, smaller than the pea size, maybe the size of a lentil bean, and just... lentils, right? And just apply it to your dark spot area, and that is it. Fan it out, let it dry, and move on to the next serum or moisturizer you're gonna use. But I highly recommend. I left this on my Instagram, and I'm telling you now, even though it's expensive, it is 62 times more effective than anything else within that store. And it's true, because I started seeing results within 2 weeks, I started seeing the brightening of my hyperpigmentation, and nothing worked before that because I have sensitive skin. I have very sensitive skin. If I fall down, if I cut myself, if I get a burnt mark or something, I'm gonna be scarred for life. I'm only showing you because I have this big scar I had since I've had Ollie. So when I get in hyperpigmentation or a dark spot, it's gonna be there for a couple of months, maybe for like a year a year, for it to officially start to become unnoticeable. So that really helped me so much, and I'm sharing it with you guys because yes, it's expensive, but it will last you, and it's worth it. Worth it, worth it, worth it. All right, so that is enough. I think we're done. I have to get on to these kids because they're getting very antsy, and one is coughing, the other one diaper needs to be changed, and I feel like I'm being very neglectful of my children. I have really hoped you guys enjoyed this chit chat. I'll be back next time. Don't know when. I did get a new camera, so I hope you guys can see. It's a whole new ball game now, honey. A whole new ball game, okay? But anyway, I will be back hopefully soon because like I said, it is definitely a challenge and something to get used to. But as an Aries, I love a challenge. Love a challenge. Give me anything and I can do it. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to please comment, whatever you need, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell because I definitely am here to stay. Peace and love, y'all. Always.